and the Monroe Doctrine, and America's military stands ready to enforce it with speed, power, and precision as the world saw in Operation Absolute Resolve. Okay, so I wanted to actually talk about Taiwan as the Awoken Wednesday episode. Going to do Japan instead because they just had snap elections on Sunday, and the prime minister gained a supermajority and the Diet, the lower house of the Diet, which will be able to advance and embolden her nationalist interests. Tokyo, but that's for tomorrow. But Taiwan is still a pretty big deal. She has made some comments about Taiwan as well, saying an attack against Taiwan would be met with a response from Japan. That it's absolutely unacceptable and off the table immediately. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that tomorrow. But Taiwan is still big because now with Maduro gone, the Chinese got to think, well, now to cancel that flip, almost like with the Electoral College in the United States. They flipped a state, we got to flip a state our way. And Taiwan is they're pursuing that prize. And who knows? It's going to become, by the end of this calendar year, I guarantee it, you will know a lot more about Taiwan than you did before this year. However, we are here's a little section about the Indo-Pacific. President, as he seeks a stable peace, fair trade, and respectful relations with China, and has shown his willingness to engage with Xi Jinping directly to advance these goals. However, the president has shown it is important to negotiate from strength and has tasked the Department of War accordingly. Consistent with his approach, they will seek an open, wider range of military-to-military communications with the People's Liberation Army, with a focus on supporting strategic stability with Beijing. However, we will also be clear-eyed and realistic about the speed, scale, and quality of China's historic military buildup. Yeah, I'm not sure if you saw the deal last, or they had a military parade probably 6 to 7 months ago now. Again, it's just their military parade. It's their military state propaganda. Looked formidable, though, right? Like you can't look at that and say, nothing. To prevent anyone, including the Chinese, from being able to dominate us or allies, in essence, to set military conditions required to achieve this goal of a balance of power in the Indo-Pacific that allows all of us to enjoy decent peace. We will erect a strong denial defense along the first island chain. So that's a pretty big line right there, because guess what island is on the first island chain, or included within it? Taiwan. So that's in writing. Now, in this document, we have confirmation that we're not going to just let them take that. We've seen in China, they released the white paper a few years back about their desire to be able to militarily put themselves in a position to seek regime change in the Republic by 2027. And as you know, we're in early February of 2026. That's less than 11 months away now that they have their desire to seek regime change in Taiwan. We will also urge and enable key regional allies, which one of those being Japan now, big time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm excited for tomorrow night. She's pretty bold in a lot of her claims and statements and promises and nationalist ideas. This is how we will establish position of military strength, negotiate fair terms. This is how we will help with vision for peace in the Indo-Pacific. Okay. Increase burden sharing with U.S. allies and partners. Ours is not a strategy of isolation. As the NSS directs, it is focused on engagement through this America First, common sense lens. America's allies and partners have an essential role to play, but not as the dependencies of the last generation. Rather, as the department rightly prioritizes homeland defense and deterring China, other threats will persist, and our allies will be essential to dealing with all of them. Our allies will do not as a favor to us, but out of their own interests. So you see right there, essentially, it's again another way of the United States saying, we're the top dog. Any ally wouldn't be here without us. Very much here. I want to